can count on in high definition. This is KOMU-8 News at 10.
I mean, it's been a life-changing occurrence, to say the least.
Former Columbia police officer Rob Sanders will once again try to get his badge back tomorrow, this time in front of the city's Personnel Advisory Board. Good evening, I'm Brittany Pieper.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. Police Chief Ken Burton fired Sanders more than 2 years ago after he forcefully shoved inmate Kenneth Baker in a holding cell. KOMU-8's Emily Spain sat down with Sanders and his wife Amy for the first time since this all started.
The infamous shove, and with it, Rob Sanders lost his job and police dog Fano in September 2011. Nearly a year later, prosecutors charged him with third-degree assault. Fast forward to 2013, a judge acquitted Sanders of that charge. I met with him to talk about what's next.
Certainly.
On his Boone County ranch, Rob Sanders waits.
Trying to keep my head above water, basically.
Alongside the furry companion that gives him hope. Sanders got back his police dog Fano in February, but he's still without his uniform.
It was 6 or 8 months, or maybe even a full year of just bewilderment, I guess. You know, I didn't do much at all.
Sanders has worked the side jobs he could find, like dog trainer, freelance security officer, and this one might surprise you, cheerleading coach.
It has certainly given me an inspiration, I guess.
It's been 2 years since the incident in the holding cell, and Sanders says he still finds himself on the defense.
You know, you react to a certain situation as you've been trained for, at that point, 18 years.
They are trained.
His wife, Amy, right beside him.
It wasn't a matter of he was mad. He was doing what he needed to do.
Amy admits after first seeing the video, she was worried.
I thought, my gosh, yeah, people are going to be outraged. And that's what I think I said to him, was people are going to be outraged by that.
It makes me look way bigger than he was, which isn't really the case. It just was not an accurate depiction. But you're going to get that when you only get 11 seconds of it.
Sanders says he followed his training that night.
We are supposed to use the minimal force that we need to take somebody into custody or do whatever the goal is. And in this particular case, I did exactly what I was trained to do.
The department's internal affairs investigation agreed, and a year later, so did a Boone County judge.
Mr. Sanders, I find you not guilty.
Police Chief Ken Burton gave this reason for firing him in 2011. The personnel action that has been taken demonstrates a zero tolerance for conduct that undermines the Columbia Police Department's credibility or that may damage the public's trust in our department. Burton refused to discuss Sanders' case with me, but would talk about the use of force and how he still has a similar opinion on the tactic.
And we need to make sure that we earn the public trust by only using the force necessary to effect our lawful objective.
Sanders says he disagrees with the chief's emphasis on public perception.
At the point where we let civilians have an opinion on something that they know nothing about and judge us, I think that's a real problem.
I'm not saying we're not going to use force, and that officer has to determine in the field.
So if Sanders disagrees with the chief, why does he want his job back?
I'm in a situation where I can step back in with the dog that I basically hand chose to do exactly what I want, and it's the quickest line to get me back there.
With Sanders now 43 years old, Amy says she just wants to see him back on the streets doing the job he loves.
Most police officers that are truly in it from the get-go, it's their life. That's all that they know. That's all they want to do. It's their identity. And so to take that and to take it in such a public manner for no reason, that devastated him. I've had to work a lot on my faith that good's going to happen eventually.
Now the Personnel Board will decide if 2 years of waiting is enough or if Sanders' wait goes on.
And I believe that I will get my job back.
Emily Spain, KOMU-8 News, Columbia.
The hearing starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning in the City Council chambers. The meeting is open to the public because Sanders requested that.